Okay, well, Amy and I met about 3 years ago, and neither of us had ever had kids. I didn't want kids, and I told her that. And she said that was fine. She was already in her 40s, and she thought she was probably too old to have kids anyway. But then, last year, I'm sitting in the living room one day watching TV, and she comes in with tears in her eyes, holding a pregnancy test strip, and tells me she's pregnant. And that was the happiest I have ever seen her. I think she had probably always wanted kids, and just hadn't worked out, and then at some point she'd kind of given up on it. And now all of a sudden there was this like miracle from God, in her life, and she was so happy. And my response to that was, I told her I thought she should have an abortion. Yeah. And I'll never forget the look on her face when I told her that. And she refused. And we had some big arguments about it. And then she was maybe 3 or 4 months pregnant. One night I had this dream. Extraordinarily vivid. Extraordinarily vivid dream. I've never had a dream like that before. And I was with this little girl. Very frail, very thin, pigeon-toed, had a little gap between her front teeth. Beautiful. Beautiful little girl. And we were sitting by the ocean, listening to the waves breaking on the beach. And I remember the tide was coming in, and we're sitting there watching the water come up closer and closer. And she turns to me and says, "You know who I am, right?" And I look in her eyes and I realize this is my daughter. This is my daughter. And it really hit me, I think in part because it made me realize that deep down inside, I'd always thought I was too big a fuck up to be a father, too big a fuck up to have someone love me that much, to have someone depend on me that much. And I should have told her that I loved her. I should have told her that I was sorry. I should have told her that I wanted her to live. That I really, really wanted her to live. But I was like stunned, And then I woke up. I told Amy about it, and she said, "Oh, no, it's just a dream, don't worry about it." And for a while, I'm thinking, maybe she's right, But then at the hospital, they have like these gloves that go into the incubator. And they let me put my hands in there and pick the baby up for a few seconds. And when I picked her up, she opened her eyes and looked at me. did was hard.